of the year that I normally get a little lull and respite. The season ends and the market doesn't quite start. I can go on holiday, relax, and maybe there'll be a story or two. I went on holiday last week and I spent the entire time fly from private jet in to meet players and break for my holiday, then go back to it. But yeah, it's a repercussion of the Club World Cup, clearly.
So have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well and winning life. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right so you know when we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to a no surrender mentality. Let's have it right. And big up to every single one of the Minerals FC Ultras, bruv. What we doing here? So, breaking news. Let's have it right. It was reported earlier today that Isak had basically, well, he's not turned up to pre-season or training. He's got a thigh muscle injury or some sort of aggravation. But the real news comes out. Breaking from Fabrizio Romano, 20 hours a day merchant. Alexander Isak has informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move this summer. Club aware of the players' plans and will now decide how to move on, as Craig Hope reports. Newcastle have already restarted exploring a move for a top striker in the market. Wow. What are we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? This is a very interesting discussion we got here. Yeah? I'll tell you why, yeah? And this is why we got the intro here. So let me just do the lay out the ready, shall we? Here we go. Alexander Isak will stay at Newcastle this summer as the club have qualified for the Champions League football. David Porenstein. 11:28 a.m. May the 26th, 2025. Let's have it right. Well, not everything he says is facts. Very similar to you judge the ownership after 4 transfer windows, move the goalpost to actually it's 7 transfer windows to judge the ownership in their project. What are we doing here, bruv? What are we doing here? Let's have it right. So Isak is available. He's available. I'm guessing he's going to be 100 million. It's reported that he wants 300 grand a week. Well, that completely obliterates Chelsea trying to sign Isak, doesn't it? 300 grand a week, no chance. But I do want to bring this up. Because every single account on the timeline, big accounts, the minions, the brown envelope minions, apart from maybe a few in particular, some goldfish here and there. But generally, if you look at the timeline, as soon as the news broke that Isak was available, when you know that City have got Haaland, Arsenal have just signed, Gyökeres, let's have it right. And we know Arsenal were in for Isak. They were trying to get Isak. Man United are just, they're in the mud, bruv. They're probably looking at Ollie Watkins. They probably won't even get in, bruv. Osimhen's gone. And what we doing here? Ekitike went to Liverpool. So everyone thinks all the deal's done. Newcastle trying to sign Ekitike and Liverpool laid the readies, bruv, and signed him. So Newcastle are looking for a striker. Well, we got Nicholas Jackson, yeah? He'll suit you to a T, bruv. So have it right. He doesn't have Champions League experience, but he's got a bit of Premier experience. What are we doing here? However, everyone on the timeline, it's very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting that you're all on your knees begging the ownership, tagging Siri Merchant Egbali and Meatloaf Tout Bowley. Sign us Isak. Oh, Chelsea are going to be in for Isak. Chelsea are definitely going to go for Isak. Why? Why are you on your knees? Why are you wetting your beaks? Yeah, for Isak. We've signed Liam Delap, who's got the number 9 shirt, and we've got João Pedro, who looks a lovely little baller. Let's have it right. who's wearing the number 20 shirt. We're all stocked up, you told us. We're fully ready for a title charge. So what do we need Isak for? I'm asking the question, yeah? And everyone's coming out with and doing their little content and putting their tweets out. Well, if we sign Isak, we're title contenders. So what? We're not title contenders now. So what are you propagandaing? What are you overhyping? Deep down, you know full well, yeah, that you are overhyping, PR into the high heavens, yeah, and it ain't heaven, bruv. This is hell, yeah. You're PRing for these blue coat profit merchants, yeah, all right. Knowing you're in full denial that we are not equipped to win the Premier League or the Champions League. Because if you really believe that, you wouldn't be asking for Isak, bruv. Yeah. Apart from Goldfish doing a bit of PR, putting a picture of João Pedro. Of course, of course. Is he the natural number 9 or is it Liam Delap? I mean, we've got 2 of them. So what are you worried about? We spent 90 million. Could spend 100 on Isak and job done. And maybe have a Liam Delap as backup and play João Pedro on the left. I don't know. I'm hearing all you tacticos, you football manager merchants, trying to tweak the formation. Your deluded 4-4-3 formation, is it? Like Meatloaf Tartboli, yeah? You know what I'm saying? You know, you flip-flop, bruv. You flip-flop, yeah? You're all full of absolute waffle, yeah? Because at the end of the day, if you truly believed that we were ready to go, we wouldn't need to look at Isak. The reality is, back to life, back to reality. Brand envelopes are flying about. Chelsea are not actively working on a deal for Alexander Isak and no interest in proceeding despite reports, because the reports are flying about. No, it's all the fan base screaming, begging on their bloody knees, like they're begging for slosh pots because they don't get out in the open air for Isak, bruv. Chelsea are happy with their strikers and fully focused on Xavi Simons and Hato deals right now. Chelsea are open to Mark Gay going on loan with no buyback option. Oh, so you're not propping Gui now? No one's propping Gui, yeah? So Chelsea are not looking to sign Isak. They've come out openly and told you. But I have to ask the question, yeah? Back on May the 7th, 2025, here's the pies and mash. Kieran Gill, Chelsea would be willing to break their wage structure if a big name opportunity came along that was too good to turn down. Well, is Isak not too good to turn down? Is he not Prem proven? Is he not experienced? Is he not at a young age? In fact, I want to get his stats up. I should have come prepared, but let's have it right. We only land it whenever I feel like landing it. So let's go to Isak. Goals and assists this season. Let's have a look. Let's have it right. What's he got? Well, since he's been in the Prem, he's got 54 goals, 10 assists. Yeah? I want last season, bruv. Where's last season? Let's go to this last season. Here we go. He scored 27 goals. So that's 23 Prem goals, 3 Carabao Cup, and he's won the Carabao Cup and 1 FA Cup goal, and he got 6 assists. Yeah, I think that wipes the floor with anyone we've had at Chelsea under this ownership. And it remains to be seen whether Delap and what's his name, João Pedro, are going to score 23 goals, 27 goals in total, bruv. Just one player, 27 goals. The guy's elite, yeah? They're calling him an Henri regen. I mean, let's have it right. He's a long way to go to be an Henri regen, bruv. But let's have it right. Funny enough, he does make you title contenders. He changes the game. He flips the script. The reality is Chelsea and the ownership will not break their wage structure and they will not sign elite players like that, bruv. They won't do it. They want to make superstars, not buy superstars. And let's have it right. You lot are acting Swedish, getting butt naked, bruv, for Isak, like you did for Gyökeres, like you did for Osimhen. And now it's like, oh, no, we don't need him. But now Isak's on the market. You want him, bruv. Chelsea have complete faith in the strikers they have. All right. But it's also noted, that they said, where is it? This is classic, bruv. Chelsea know their name is often used to drive up prices and refuse to be used as an auction tool for players they don't plan to bid. No approach for Isak for so far this summer. There is faith in Liam Delap, João Pedro, and Nicholas Jackson. Oh, Nicholas Jackson, yeah, but you value him at 100 million. Jog on. Club are working on Xavi Simons and appreciate Alexander Garnacho and Morgan Rogers. So everyone's in acceptance of signing another number 10 in Xavi Simons when we're stocked up anyway, bruv. All right. We've got the wonder kid, Esteval Willian, who can play as a 10. We've got Cole Palmer, who's the best player on the planet right now. And that we've got our team who plays number 10 in this Enzo Maresca formation, bruv. All right. So where we fit in Xavi Simons, because he's a number 10, is he a left winger, right winger? What are we doing here? We're stockpiling in attackers because that's where you make the most profit. And Morgan Rogers, the only way you get Morgan Rogers is if you're doing a trade deal with Nkunku or Jackson or any other the shit that they bought, all right, that they want to offload to do a trade deal. And then that might, allow them to get Rogers. Or if Nkunku is wanted by more in at Man United, then they'll try and get Garnacho. And with Xavi Simons, you just pay and don't speak, bruv. Let's have it right. That's the settings that Leipzig are put in. They've slapped on, 60 million for him. I think 60 million they put on Xavi Simons, bruv. 60 million. A quick agreement for Simons to any club is currently not expected. Leipzig feel no pressure and want their price tag of 60 million to be met. Simons' agents, an employee of Ari Barat, are at the training camp. Bayern still very interested. So Bayern is this going to be an Operation Elise kind of job, bruv? Yeah, with Xavi Simons, because really the true number one target is that all we get from Fabrizio Romano, the Kingpin Brown envelope, is Garnacho, baby lurch, bruv. Always baby lurch. Yeah, so have it right. But you are in acceptance of signing these players, but when it's like, no, let's sign a proven elite striker. Oh no, don't pay the money. Oh, it's too much. Oh no, we do. Now it's broadcasted that the ownership have got no intent of signing Isak. Oh, we don't need him. Great news. We don't need Isak. No, but who else doesn't need Isak? Liverpool. Liverpool are in pole position to sign Isak. Do you understand what serious intent that is? Do you understand they're the Premier League champions? Yeah. They've signed Wirtz for 125 million, Ekitike for 95 million euros, Kirkis for 46 million, Frimpong for 40 million, Pesky for 2 million. They're getting rid of Nunes. They've lost, and our prayers go out to Jota, to have it right, and Diaz probably for 80 million to Bayern Munich. So I don't know if Bayern Munich are really going to get Xavi Simons, bruv. The reality is they are flaunting that cash, bruv. The Reddies are flying about, and now they want to spend 100+ million on Isak. That is what it takes to show that you don't just want to win the Premier League back to back, that you want to win the Champions League, that you want to dominate for the next 5-6 years, bruv. That's true domination. So we're all waiting on our project to marinate and mature, but yet these players are not staying long enough. Like Madueke, who's our best right winger last season. Let's have it right. What are we doing here? And he's been shipped to a rival in Arsenal for 55 million quid. What are we doing here, bruv? I thought he was part of the process. Mandem FC. Well, let's have it right. He ain't good enough. Yeah. And now we got Liverpool showing real intent here. This is how you act like an elite football club. Yeah. You don't muck about. And apparently Isak only wants Liverpool. But money talks. Yeah. Blue Co want that dirty cash, bruv. Like they're having everyone on the tier 1 True Blues membership having weight in 110th position, 906th position, 96.86 position, yeah, and can't get a ticket, bruv. Why? Because Clearlake own the software for what? Ticketmaster. And then what do they do with those tickets that so-called have already been sold for stupid money? Oh, they get shipped out to Vivid Seats, and then Vivid Seats ships them out for triple, quadruple profit margin, bruv. What are we doing here? Welcome to Blue Co, mate. Yeah, eyes wide shut merchants. But you think I'm just negative all the time? No, I just say it for what it really is. And the reality is they're milking everyone for a pound note, like I said, all right? And yet they can't go and flaunt the money for Isak. What kind of ambition is this? What is the ambition? I've seen Melts go, oh, loan Delap, get rid of Delap to Strasbourg, send anyone to Strasbourg, or get Strasbourg to sign Isak and send him to Chelsea. What are we doing here, bruv? You lot are stretching like Stretch Armstrong, bruv, back in the day. What are we doing here, bruv? Yeah? Plasticine merchants, what are we doing, yeah? And then we've got the baby lurch, and everyone's in acceptance. Eventually, you will be. Oh, it's a red flag. Sack the directors. They'll be gone. They'll be gone. No, everyone's propping the directors. You're only propping all these lot the other day, yeah? And look at this. Baby Lurch's brother, who says no to Garnacho to Chelsea. He says, I say no, yeah? What are we doing here, bruv? Is this banter? I don't know, but it probably sounds about right, doesn't it? Yeah? This is where we are now. This is the state of our football club. And now we've just had a bid rejected for Hato, a guy who's not really played left centre back. He's predominantly left full back, who's 19 years old. Everyone's going, what a high ceiling is. It seems that every signing that Blue Co make, they've all got high ceilings, bruv. Except, I don't know, I think they're moving like hobbits, bruv, in Lord of the Rings, because they're either not staying long enough, they're getting shipped out to Strasbourg, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe some of them are no, I don't think they are, bruv. Disasi, Badashile, we've got injury, no Nice Fafana, bruv, and yet they want to ship out Trev Chalobah, who's our best central defender. What are we doing here? Ajax have rejected the bid. I think they rejected Chelsea bid 40 million. They want something like 60 million. Yeah. So they want their pound note, bruv. Apparently he didn't play the game tonight, wasn't on the bench. But don't worry, guys. Chelsea have hijacked and beaten 8 European clubs. Wow. To the signing of Jesse Derry, 18 years old, who will undergo a medical on Friday via Fabrizio Romano. So, like he likes to propaganda all the youngers with sign, instead of us going and showing real intent, getting Isak, a Bastoni, a Diego Costa, a Maignan, a Donnarumma, I don't know, I can go on, a Rodrigo. No, we're signing more kids because it's Epstein FC, it's profit making FC. And yet you lot who are on your knees for Isak, you lot propaganda the project because, oh, we're world champions, yeah? All right, let's see how we do in the Premier League because let's have it right. Every other team is strengthening. Every team is strengthening, bruv, yeah? And they're showing levels and intent, yeah? And they don't have a wage cap. And does Liverpool have PSR issues? Because they're spending £500 million. Does Man City have PSR issues? They spent £500 million, yeah? We've spent almost 2 billion and we're still rebuilding. What are we doing here, bruv? Yeah? You lot are for gazies, mate. Yeah, you flip-flop melts. Let's have it right. Xavi Simons and Hato, you don't know what to expect, but you're hoping and you're praying that they're going to deliver at Chelsea. The reality is, are we addressing the actual issues and the spine in this team to elevate us? A world-class striker, a world-class goalkeeper is non-negotiable. Yet you want to keep dipping your toes when staying in Stuart Little, you carrot-eating merchants, yeah? For Garnacho, the baby lurch. For players that, what? Do we necessarily need them? You've just spent 55 million on kittens. You've spent 75 million euros on Suga and Quenda, but you couldn't get Gikares at 65 million, yeah? You have spent over 120 million on kittens, Pedro and Delap, and you could still sign one of those players being Delap or João Pedro, whichever you feel, and get Isak, bruv. Yeah? And then we're talking, bruv. You could have signed Osimhen, but you wouldn't pay the wages because you're just penny pinching clowns. That's what you are. And I don't believe this intent. This is not intent. Liverpool going to have Ekiteke, Isak, Wirtz, already champions of England, Salah. Like, are you having me on? They're cleaning up. How are we going to catch up? When are we going to catch up? We're already behind. So they're going to elevate now to another level, bruv. Yeah? And I'm not talking about that boy brand that you lot love, bruv. I'm not into that, bruv. You know, you get all smitten for that. You know, all them so-called little pop love songs. Nah, bruv. We land it here. Yeah? We land it, bruv. I'm tired of it. I am tired and I'm embarrassed. Yeah? You spent that much money and you're not bringing us Isak. I want Isak. Yeah? I like João Pedro. I like Liam Delap. But straight away, you get ready-made players, and they're young and experienced. What's the problem here? Oh, it's the wages. Yeah. So you know who to call, you brown envelope busters. Let's have it right. Yeah. Call them up. Goldfish, get on the blower to win Stanley Stewart and Igbali, my son. Yeah. Or a Finkelstein or someone like that. Get on the blower, mate. Yeah. You fugazi, bruv. Brown envelope tapped up merchant. Like you don't want Isak. Like you don't want Rodrigo. Like you don't want Osimhen, but yet you propaganda all this shit. Get out of here, bruv. Yeah. Brown envelopes, the lot of you. All you platforms, flip-flop merchants. You're a state. You're an embarrassment. Yeah. You don't call it out as it is, bruv. But hype it up. Hype it up. I'm going to wait till I see with my own two eyeballs, with the eye test, not data and AI scouting, what we're signing and how they perform in the Premier League, bruv. Because players we signed from Ajax ain't done too well. And players that we signed from Bundesliga definitely ain't done too well. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Right? And then where's the cement facts? Where's the proof? Where's that evidence or sample size that's long enough and big enough? Yeah, because you lot are like that, not us on here. Yeah, we go for hours on end, bruv. Yeah, we land it to the point they say, "Don't touch me." Yeah, so have it right. When are we gonna when are we gonna get there? When? Yeah. So I expect a title next season. I expect to win that. Yeah. 2 billion, phase 4, no excuse for Enzo Maresca's getting all the players he wants. Yeah. He wanted experience, but now he's not really getting experience, is he? Or you might say, hey, oh, he's got a little bit of Champions League experience. Xavi Simons, he's been around the block, PSG, he was in Barcelona Academy, Roman Abramovich's Cobham Academy that these Blue Coats have gutted out, rinsed for every pound note. We tried to sign him now. So yeah, not doubting they might be talented, but we need a bit of experience, a bit of guile, a bit of leadership in this team now. I'm not going by a Conference League and a Club World Cup. I'm like that's not the benchmark. The benchmark's the Premier League. So everyone else is already ahead of us, and it looks like they're going to be staying ahead of us. So where are we going to be? Like, are we here for another 5 years to try and win the Premier League and wait for Liverpool to drop off, City, Arsenal, who always just drop off their bottle jobs, but they're there in the mix. And all these teams just fall off a cliff. Eventually, their players get old and past their sell-by date, and then we're ready to land it because all our players have actually, grown up and grown out of puberty. Or are they just going to be shipped off? And every transfer window, seventh one now, we're going in and out transfer window. They've got to offload how many players that they bought. It's just a circus, mate. Yeah, this is not football direction, bruv. This is not a project I trust, and I need to see a lot more to trust what is going on here, bruv. To have it right. So, as always, up the Chelsea, up the Mills FC. Put all your comments down below. We land it everywhere we go. Long live our Chelsea old boys. Win, lose, draw, blue co out. And definitely all you brown envelopes, mate. All of you, get in the bin.